Abuja stands as a symbol of prosperity and development. It boasts sprawling mansions, luxurious estates, and modern skyscrapers. But beneath this facade of opulence lies a stark reality. A city who has no plans to house its poor. A city is plagued by urban housing nightmare and a growing divide between the rich and poor. Abuja, the federal capital territory, is a city of contrast. While the rich enjoy a lavish lifestyle, the poor are often left to fend for themselves in overcrowded, unsafe, and unsanitary conditions. Despite the abundance of empty mansions, empty land, thousands of residents in Abuja struggle to find adequate housing. The city's rapid urbanization has led to a housing crisis that disproportionately affects the poor. But why is this happening?
Meanwhile, we have many empty houses in Abuja for years after years. I've been going around and I see houses that have been since 2004 that have been empty till today. They are still empty. Nobody occupying them. So what the policymakers need to do, they have to do things in a way that both the poor and the rich will be able to live and enjoy life in Abuja in terms of housing. When they have the ones for the bourgeoisie, they should also create room or build the ones that the low-income earners can rent.
If I may ask you, in Abuja, I know the government, they say they have plans for low-income housing, right? So if you look at Abuja, there's a lot of empty homes. To get a house in Abuja is very hard. You know, it's very expensive. And so what do you think is the problem that we don't have a lot of low-income houses in Abuja?
So I think you say it's not hard, it's just expensive. It's expensive because of the nature of Abuja itself, you know. I will tell you, there are places that you can go and you'll find affordable houses. What we term to be affordable may not necessarily be affordable because of the nature of the economy at the moment, right? But there are satellite towns in Abuja. If you're looking for houses that cost between 250 to...
Please, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Mr. Joseph.
Yes, sir.
I'm from Imo State.
Wonderful. Can you please tell us about the experience about housing in Abuja? They call Abuja the center of unity, but poor man has no room to put his head.
That's the big line, huh? They call it center of unity. That is where you're supposed to see unity in all ramifications. But there's no unity here. They only build Abuja for the rich, and there's no plan for the poor masses here. And as it is, right from creation, everybody cannot be poor. You must start from somewhere the poor before you become rich. And the proprietary arrangement is only for the rich. There are no houses for the poor, and they yet needed the services of the poor masses. The driver can't afford to rent such big mansions. The driver, how much is he getting? And the gardener, all that they needed, their driver, their gardener, their cooks, cannot afford to pay the house rent in Abuja. And wherever they see themselves, they put up a little shanty to hide themselves. They go there and they call them all sorts of names in Abuja, calling them vandals, terrorists, armed robbers, this and that. Why the rich are also the same? They vandalize the public money. They use it. There are so many vandals in this estates. They are living there comfortably. But the poor masses, there is no low-cost housing here. The present government cares not for the low-cost houses that the average Nigerian can afford. When General Abacha was building this Guadeloupe estate now, the so popular Guadeloupe estate, his intention was to get to the poor masses so that the poor masses can be able to afford houses. He said by the year 2020, unfortunately, it was not to be. Abacha died. His target was the low-income earners. Immediately after that, nothing to show for it anymore. And the masses, many houses, unaffordable houses owned by our Nigerian rich men. One person can have up to 1,000 houses. Nobody inside. Nobody inside. The poor masses are roaming the streets. They don't have house to live. They don't have where to stay. You're a driver, a professional driver, you can't afford the house. You're a carpenter, you're a bricklayer. All these artisans don't have house. How can somebody from here to Suleja coming to work in Guarimpa from Suleja? How much is he earning? How much is he earning? How much is he going to get after transporting himself from Suleja to this place? How much is he going to get? And they pay them as if they give them peanuts, as if they are dashing them the money. Is it done anywhere, any other place in the world? It's not done any other place in the world. Our brothers, our big men in Nigeria, they are so wicked against the poor masses. In fact, they don't want to see the poor masses. Yet, you can't do without them. Yet you can't do, they can't do without them. So, my brother, this situation is terrible. The situation is a terrible one. When it's time of election, they come and tell us all sorts of lies. They will make a very distinct for you, improve your living standard and all that. How can it be? We are not seeing anything. We're not seeing anything. We're not seeing anything. We're being deceived. Okay, from now up, there's no recreational district in Abuja. No space for schools, no space for playing grounds. No, everything is housing, house. Estate developers, federal government development, estate developers here and there.
Yeah, there's no room for the poor.
There's no room for the poor. And there's no space for low-income earners. Low-cost buildings, no space. The estate developer will take it and then demolish the shanties where the poor masses are living and think it's well. No plan for the poor masses.
Abuja was designated as Nigeria's capital in 1991, envisioned as a symbol of unity and progress. Massive investment were made to transform the city into a modern metropolis. However, the focus was predominantly on building grand structures and luxurious homes, often neglecting affordable housing for the less privileged.
Many of the mansions are owned by wealthy individuals and politicians who use them as investment. They are not interested in renting them out or selling them at lower prices. So the lack of regulations and enforcement has allowed this phenomenon to persist. There's no incentive for these owners to put these properties to good use.
The human cause of Abuja's housing crisis is immense. Informal settlement, overcrowded and lacking basic amenities are home to thousands of Abuja's residents. Poor living conditions lead to health problems, hinder education, and trap families in the circle of poverty.
I'm a community head of Kutibena village under Guarimpa ward. I am staying in Kutibena. The areas where I stay, there is no space to us. In theory, one developer came here on 13 ago. Up to now, we are still on batting for the environment. Up to now, we are still batting. Our issue is now in court. That she want us to vacate us for this area. I say we don't have any places to go because this is our father's land and where the father born us, and we see it. Nowhere to go. So up to now the case was still on the court. We go to court, they say we don't have certificate. And that certificate, we say we don't have any certificate unless it is our fatherland. And this land, it is where we are born and we saw it. So the matter, they say she don't win us. As you win us, we now got court appeal. So matter is there. Up to today, we don't go any sitting or hearing. So that is a problem we have for the year.
The government claims to be addressing the housing crisis through various initiatives. But are these efforts enough?
I think this is one of the serious problems Nigerians are facing. Abuja being the capital of the country, I expect that housing should be one of the things that one could easily get. But the reverse has been the case. Apart from the cost being very expensive, you hardly can even get one, especially within the capital city. So it makes it very, very difficult. When you go out in the night, you see a lot of people sleeping under the tree, sleeping on by the roadside. It's not as if they are mad people. No, these are Nigerians that are struggling. Some of them have where they are managing to go out to maybe do one thing or the other, but they don't have a particular place to call a house because one, the rent is very, very high. Two, to get it is another thing. For you to get maybe a one-bedroom flat, they will be calling millions of naira, and they expect you to pay maybe for 1 year or 2 years. Where do you get the money from? You are paid maybe monthly, and somebody is asking you to pay for a rent of 2 years, 1 year. How do you get that money? So it has been a challenging issue in Nigeria.
But we will say the government have done enough to give the private sector room to be able to acquire properties, okay, landed properties for development. You know, when they do that, it means they are floating the industry. Anybody can go and price different property according to his ability. Now, in terms of the federal government, and currently this administration, the Tinubu administration, I am aware of a project that is currently going on at Karasana, okay? I can't really tell you the size of that project, but it's a very big project. I've seen the development plan, okay? It's for mass housing. There are a lot of flat buildings there, there are a lot of bungalows, there are a lot of duplex. In that project, it is designed for different cadre of life according to income, you know? So it can accommodate the one that you are referring to for low-income housing in that particular project. It's a very big project at Karasana.
Abuja's housing nightmare can be transformed into a dream of inclusivity and equity. The path forward requires commitment, compassion, and collective action. With the right policies and collective effort, we can ensure that everyone has a place to call home. The time for action is now. Thank you for watching. No room for the ball. Abuja Urban Housing Nightmare. Together, we can make a difference.